it requires a lot of honesty and a lot of humility to be able to say, like, wait a second, is this me? Is there parts of me? And a huge question to ask is, where am I making it hard to love me? I get asked quite a bit about people that are struggling in relationships or in teams, in marriages or in companies. How long do I stay? When do I know when enough is enough? How will I ever know, like, if it's right to stay or when to leave? And the logical part of our thinking would love some clear, simple equation. Like if my answer was, oh, give it 3 months and it'll be obvious. But at the end of 3 months, most people just have more questions and are equally as confused. So it's not a matter of time. It's more a matter of framework. And I use a framework that I suggest a lot to my clients, is the framework of, is it the cell or is it the signal? And if we look at a relationship or we look at a marriage, the cell is me, the individual, and the signal is the environment or the ecosystem. And it requires a lot of honesty and a lot of humility to be able to say, like, wait a second, is this me? Is there parts of me? And a huge question to ask is, where am I making it hard to love me? Well, that would require that I'm focusing on the cell. How am I producing this outcome? How am I participating that's creating this friction? And do I have the humility to say, like, wait, I'm making it hard to love me here. I'm making it hard to love me in this way. I keep showing up this way, and that's miscommunicating and misreading and creating friction. It takes a lot of humility and honesty to say, like, maybe it's me. But when I actually address me or the cell, I could grow, I could learn, I could build new skill sets, I could become adequate at something where maybe I was inadequate before. I've got to determine and have the honesty and the humility to say, like, let me look at me. Let me look at the cell. Let me look at how I'm participating in this outcome, how I'm participating in this friction. And a lot of us, when we unconsciously don't realize, because of old past wounds and disappointments and histories and traumas and our point of origin, a lot of us in relationship are like huggable porcupines. It's like people want to love you, but you're making it really hard. And we make it hard with our impatience, we make it hard with our anger, we make it hard with our frustrations, our miscommunications, our withholdings. We're just making it hard for people to love us. And so that's a requirement of, is it the cell? And if I could turn that awareness and that vision around, and a lot of us are good at dissecting our partner or dissecting other people, but it might require that you dissect yourself. That's the cell. The signal is the ecosystem. The signal is the environment. The signal is the culture that I find myself in. Is this environment conducive to the life I want to live? Is this environment conducive to my values? Is this environment and ecosystem bringing out the best in me? Or is it requiring, in order for me to fit in it, it's requiring me to self-abandon and self-sabotage or even play small? And that's an element of honesty. That might be that I've outgrown this place. It might be that I've outgrown this environment, or I've outgrown this ecosystem or this culture, and maybe I've outgrown it. And maybe it's a mixture of the two. And oftentimes that is the case, because the cell does create the ecosystem and the signal does also create the individual cell. And so if I have the honesty, if I have the willingness and the earnestness to be able to say, wait a second, let me be really clear here on how I'm participating in this. And maybe I do get to a place of inner peace and a place of clarity, and it says, you know what? I really see the life I want to live. I really see the value system I want to create, and this ecosystem doesn't support that. Then great. It may also look like, if I have the courage to examine myself, that says, like, well, by improving the cell, I'm actually making it more receptive to the signal. And that may mean that there's been people here the whole time that have been wanting to and trying to love you. Well, great. You just improved the cell. You made yourself more adequate to love. So it's not a matter of what will time tell me about when I should leave or how I should depart or if I should stay or when I'm full or when enough is enough. It's really the examination of, is it the cell or is it the signal? And really breaking that down from a place of radical honesty and radical acceptance and radical ownership, because it's probably a mixture of the both, of two, of each. And so the willingness to look at that really starts to frame question and even the clarity in the answer totally differently. So remind yourself, is this the cell or is this a signal? And if it is the cell, how do I improve that cell? And if it's the signal, maybe I can even improve the culture or the environment. So that's focus and the intention and the takeaway that I want you to have this week. Thanks for being on this journey with me. We'll speak soon. Stay blessed.